Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. Well, I got an old poster that I've had for a long time, and I don't know if they still do this, but a lot of times these posters come with hard backing, just cardboard on the back, and some of this plastic that sits over the top of it to kind of protect it. Well, as you can see, this one is ripped away here. So I'm about ready to show you how you can kind of redo this fairly inexpensively and make this look fairly nice again. If you've got a garage or even in your room or whatnot, and you got an old poster that is starting to kind of lose its, getting poked and beat up and banged around a little bit. First of all, you want to kind of wipe off with a dry cloth the top of whatever it is you're doing here, just to make sure any dust and dirt might have got on it gets off best you can anyways. And then I have this stuff right here. Now I wish I had the box it came out of, but quite honestly this is a piece that I've had stuffed in a bag for a long time, waiting to do this with. And what this is during the winter I cover my windows with this stuff, and it comes with a two-sided tape that you tape around your windows, stick this stuff on, and you shrink it down so it is real see-through. So it's for window insulating or whatever, I'm sure is what it's called. I'm not positive exactly what it's called, and I'm sure there's different names depending on where you go. But you can go to any home store and get some of it, and it's just shrink wrap type plastic stuff. I'm putting that over the top of this, and I am going to flip that around here like this. And this is a piece of cut-off stuff that I've been, like I said, just kind of had sitting in a bag. And I know it looks really wrinkly, but before we're done here, it will look a lot nicer. So then I got some of this packing tape right here. I've tried Scotch tape in the past and it just doesn't work as well. I like the packing tape. And I'm just going to put that there. Put that there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can use scissors, a blade, whatever you got. I have a blade right here. Trying to clean up my garage, therefore I'm pulling this stuff out and trying to get a few things out of my way by doing this, so that's why there's junk everywhere here. And then I just you want to kind of pull it a little bit snug on this side. Doesn't have to be super tight, just to where it's somewhat snug here. I have a heat gun here, cheapie from Harbor Freight. They work real well, but you got to be real careful. On the one that I finished, I'll show you how I actually fixed a problem that I had with it. So stay tuned till the end and I'll give you a few tips on doing this, what makes it easier, and if you screw up, ways to fix things. Anyway, you can also use a hair dryer. It just takes a little longer, and I have found with the hair dryers, it doesn't quite get it as well as you can get it with one of these. Now you notice I kind of stayed in one place. You can see where it kind of puckers up a little bit. Every now and then you got to give it a little bit extra, but just tap it and then let off until it goes away. Oh man, there you go. Well, I can't fix this one. This one won't work very well for fixing. Now, I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing, but instead of doing that, you get a pretty good idea. Obviously, you got to be careful if you hit too long. I tried pushing this down because it started folding up in the middle. I did notice on the last one, I was able to kind of hold it up like this and kind of flex it a little bit and keep it from doing this kind of thing quite so bad. It doesn't really matter in the end, yet again, with how we're going to do it, but instead of showing you this all over again, I'm going to show you the finished one. How I fixed a small spot like this. This is too big. This is gone. I'm going to have to redo that one. I hope you can tell what this looks like, and I will say that actually it is, I need to go over this again because it's cooled off again, and there is a few more spots where the wrinkles are in here, but you probably can't even see it at all. And you can barely see it. If this was hanging up on a wall, you never know. But over here, I had a small little hole where I went through at. I just took a piece of that tape, put over the top of it, and finished going. So, like I said, I do need to do a little bit. So that's better now. It's not perfect. Since I use that old stuff, you can get brand new stuff and it's not as wrinkly to start out with. Well, honestly, this is in my garage. I was going cheap. I actually got these frames for free. They were getting rid of them at where my dad worked a long time ago, and I actually picked them up for just this purpose because the glass was broken out of one of them. The other one, the glass is still good, but this one I needed to do this with. And actually this whiteboard came with the frame, and I used a little bit of that Super 77 tacky spray and just sprayed like a small part on the back here to lay it on here, and then did what I just showed you. The one that I just showed you, the first one, was already glued to a board, so I didn't have to do that. But if you just have a poster like I did right here, this was a rolled up poster, you know, just like you'd roll up any poster yesterday, and I was able to lay it out flat, do this to it, and frame it, and I think it looks pretty darn good for a garage especially. You can use any kind of magazine poster that you find. I'm going to do some car stuff, magazine, you'll see someday down the line. When I do my shop tour, when I finish cleaning my shop up, I'll have some of this stuff up and you'll kind of see what I've been able to do with it. But regardless, it's a cheap and easy way to take a poster and frame it and make it look, I think, pretty darn good. You can get some fairly cheap frames on Amazon. They're not super cheap though. If you can't get a frame, go buy some of this. This was $7.99. I think we got it at Hobby Lobby. I'm not positive on that. I'm pretty darn sure though that's where we got it. And you could do the same thing with this. Spray some glue on here, put your poster on here, then do a better job than I just did here. I will finish this off. In the end, I will show you how this looks in the end, and then just hang this up on your wall. I have done this in the past and just put screws, you know, right through here and hung them up, and it doesn't seem to affect this very much if you're careful. Well, that didn't turn out as good as I wanted. I just taped that up. This is going to be up in my garage, and I'm not too worried about it from there. You definitely got to be a little bit more careful than I was yet again. It's for a garage. I'm not too worried about perfection. So this will go up on the walls, and I'll be plenty happy with it. Well, hopefully you guys got something out of this. This one didn't turn out as good as I would like. Of course, it's the one I was trying to do on camera. Of course, the one that I did off camera turned out great, and I'm happy with that one, especially since I got a frame. Something else about this, when I get it up on the wall and I have more time, you can screw these up on the wall and then just build your own frame out of wood or whatnot and miter the corners and screw it right to the wall, and it'll look like a framed picture up on the wall. regardless, it gives you a good idea on a cheap or free, in my case, way of redoing these old posters that came with the plastic and the plastic's all screwed up on them. Now get out there and get your junk working. Thanks for watching Junk Works Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.